Welcome back to NHL Tonight. A great show of respect here from the National Hockey League in Dallas for the 2018 entry draft. Sticks out for Humboldt, of course, supporting the Humboldt Broncos and the horrible tragedy that that team, that community, and the hockey world suffered just a few months ago. Of course, the tragic bus crash that involves so much loss of life there. So a good tip of the cap from the NHL for the Humboldt Broncos here as we take a look at the floor. It's filling in. We're getting close. I want to welcome in a very special guest to our set right now, the Commissioner of the National Hockey League, Mr. Gary Bettman. It was a great season for the National Hockey League, but of course it came with some trying times. We had the Humboldt situation. We had a very difficult situation down in Parkland, Florida, and of course how we kicked off the season out in Las Vegas. What is the National Hockey League's role in situations of tragedy and time of loss like that, as far as picking up a community, picking up the pieces, and kind of helping everybody move on?
Despite or in addition to everything that we do on the ice and the entertainment and the excitement that our great players in our game provide, we think because of the platform sports has and the role that our clubs and our players take in their communities, we can try to make a difference in people's lives. And if it's healing and if it's unity, we want to be there for the communities that we serve. This was an incredibly trying year to think about. Three major tragedies that affect the hockey family, the NHL family in terms of two of our markets, with what happened in Humboldt with those great young kids, some of whom may have been destined to be at a draft someday. We just wanted to do everything we could to help be a part of healing.
The awards the other night were just incredibly emotional. I understand that you had a little presentation with the general managers as well in honoring Humboldt.
The president of the Humboldt Broncos came and actually spoke to the managers for 45 minutes to give us more of the background, more of the sense of what's going on, and also a thank you for the role that so many of our clubs and our players and our executives have played. But listen, the NHL, you guys know this, the hockey world is a family, and we try to be there for each other. You know, whether it's hockey fights cancer or responding to a tragedy, as I said before, if we can make even a little difference in people's lives, then that's as meaningful as anything that takes place on the ice.
I won't turn my back because my colleagues get mad when I interview people, because I don't know why, but I won't do that. But I will take us back about 25 years. You took over a league that was generating, I don't know, 400 million roughly at the time, nearly 10 times that today. What's the next 5 to 10 years look like in terms of
more of the same?
What challenges are you looking forward to?
We have numerous opportunities.
Right.
We're continuing to try to grow the game at all levels, particularly at the youth level. We're here in Dallas. When the Stars moved here 25 years ago, one rink. 20 rinks now,
Yep.
Thousands of young people and adults registered to play hockey. And we're trying to do that everywhere we are. And when you look at our, some people call them, well, that's part of it. When some people talk about non-traditional markets, we're in newer markets. Some of them happen to be in warmer climates. But we have players playing in the NHL from Texas, from Florida, from Arizona, from California. When people have a chance to connect with our game, they respond and they become great fans and they want to participate. The media environment, the landscape is changing daily, and it's another great opportunity for us to connect with our fans in ways that none of us at our age ever imagined was possible. And international is another place. We're going to play 2 games again in the preseason in China. We've got games, exhibition games in Germany and in Switzerland. We have regular season games in Sweden and in Finland. So the opportunities to continue to grow our game on a worldwide basis are phenomenal. And who knows what sports betting is going to do to the whole environment. Whether or not I was in favor of it or not, the fact is, due to the United States Supreme Court, it is now a fact of life. Yeah. I think it's going to be a little chaotic the first few years until it all sorts itself out. But that may or may not be another opportunity, but we have to be proactive and on top of it. And in addition to everything else, reaching out to young people. As you know, in Las Vegas on Tuesday, we had the NHL Esports World Gaming Championships. And Eki from Finland got the first esports trophy and a check for $50,000. But for us, esports isn't about a separate independent business. It's another way for young people in particular to connect with the game of hockey.
Right. The draft is always...
What was wrong with that question?
Well, I ruined it. I stole all their time. Just jump in here.
Usually when he turns, it's a hard-hitting question.
Well, listen, you were talking about the start soon. I promise you, as long as I'm up here, we're not starting.
Right. We control the cards up here. I like that.
We came in, Lutz, you and I were looking at the floor, and the floor is obviously out of sync. There's one extra team, or are we missing one team?
Yeah.
It's always been so formatted, but there's that one open area, and that is everybody's discussing Seattle. Where are we at with Seattle? We're looking to see Seattle there soon.
That intro makes it sound like you think for symmetrical purposes we should expand. The fact of the matter is the group in Seattle has filed an application. It's not complete. We have a process to go through like we did in Las Vegas, which turned out pretty well, and we'll go through the process. I know people in the media in particular view this as a foregone conclusion, but we're working on it and we'll go through the right process. And if in due course it makes sense for the league to expand there, then that's something I'm sure the board will do.
Are you saying it's not a foregone conclusion?
No, nothing's a foregone conclusion, particularly in this world.
Yes.
Can we legally bet on that? Is that part of that? The betting?
Don't get me started.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
We're
going to let you get started on what you need to do so we can get this thing going. Commissioner, always a pleasure. Thank you so much, and enjoy what downtime you do have coming up after the draft.
On Monday, we start focusing on next season, but thank you.